What's going on, traders? Welcome back. I want to do a quick video on how to set up my chart and my ATMs. It's actually pretty simple, and I'm trying to make this video quick as possible. So whenever you open up your NinjaTrader, you can go to new, go to chart, and then you have this window pop up. And basically select the instrument that you want to trade. Again, we're just going to do yes. This little feature right here, the load template only. We'll talk about it in a minute, but it's really handy. And basically, these are my settings for the chart. The type is tick, value 2000, days 3 days to load. I don't think you need any more than that. Trading hours is going to be default. And most of the times, it's not most, always it is the ETH, which is electronic trading hours. Bracket EOD, which is end of day, and then chart style is candlesticks, bar width is 3, candle body outlines black solid 1, candle wick black solid 1, and the color for the down bar is going to be black, and the color for up bar is going to be transparent. Everything else is pretty much default. The only thing that I change is the plot executions. I have it do not plot. Click OK. It's gonna show up like this, and there you have it. Now let's go into the background. So you right click properties, and it's going to be your background settings for the chart. Again, all this stuff is default. If you do want to change the tab name, which is this thing right here at the bottom left, you just click here and then ES 2000. If you want to chart background image, you can just upload the image here and it'll show up in the background here. Now for the colors, chart background is going to be light gray, crosshair label is going to be black, and active price markers black, text black, and then the lines axis is going to be black solid 1, crosshair is going to be black, and then right now it's off but it's black solid, and then the horizontal lines is going to be slate gray solid 1, vertical and horizontal is going to be the same, slate gray solid 1, and I have it off, but if I click it you can see it in the back right there. So I guess that's the most important. It doesn't really matter what color they are. If you just uncheck these boxes, and they won't show up, so you have a nice clean chart like that. But if you wanted to, this is where you would change the colors. And then the panel splitter is going to be color black solid 1, and the window is pretty much default. There's nothing there, and then you click OK, and there you have it. It's going to be a nice clean chart. Now, so once you have it like this, I do have an EMA on it as well. It's just purple. It's a 21 EMA. It's purple color. You can make it color whatever you want. Does not matter. Click apply. There's a couple things I want to talk about here real quick that I don't like personally, and the first thing I don't like is I don't like this price marker here for the EMA. I think it gets in the way. So if you again right click indicators, go to your EMA, and you'll see price markers. Uncheck that, click apply, and there you have it. It'll go away. Now another thing that I don't like as well is this label up top left. I don't like that. So again, right click indicators, go to EMA, and you'll see label here. Just delete that, click apply. It'll be nice and clean. This logo at top left, there's a way to get rid of it, but I don't know how, so I'm not even going to get into that. And then this is the we changed the label for the their series, which is I'm sorry, that's properties. Is it properties? Yeah. This is where you change your tab name right here. Okay, so once you have it like this, it looks nice and clean, very organized, and then you want to save the template. So right click templates, save as, and I already did a couple tests already. Label it whatever you want. We'll do test 3, click save. And the cool thing about this is that let's say if you want to open up an NQ or RTY or whatever, you just click the plus button, you pick the instrument, we'll do NQ, and you just click the load template, which will be test 3, click OK, and there you have it. You have a nice clean chart just like the one from before. and it looks nice and pretty. And you can do that for any chart you want. Now if you want to just change the parameters as far as like text, you want to do, you know, 1 minute, you just click on data series and you just change it to minute, and then whatever minute you want, and that's it. And then once you change that, click apply. It'll show up like this, obviously. And what you want to do is, if you want to keep it at minutes, so again, template, save as, and just overwrite the other one that you saved, your other tick chart. So click save, we're gonna place it, click yes, and that's it. So again, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Now there's a couple of differences between this chart and the chart behind me, or behind it. The first and foremost, I have a max price action toolbar up here, and now with this, it's a paid service, or not paid, I should say paid service, but it's a premium indicator, meaning that you have to be in this premium I guess a subscription in order to get access to this. You also get access to the newsfeed indicator as well, and you get access to his forum and midday chart review, which usually posts around 9 a.m. or 9:30 Central. And you also get access to the forum, and you can ask questions there, things like that. So all this stuff right here, the indicator, the newsfeed indicator, and you also get a spreadsheet from Wilson. All this stuff is basically $100 a year. So $100 a year is pretty good deal. It's a very handy indicator. I use it all the time, every day, and I don't know how I would trade without it. It just makes your life a lot easier. Now this indicator comes at default, and it's not going to be like this. It's going to be a default, I believe it's going to be blue. I can't remember. Same thing with the trend channels. I think they're going to be all blue. Again, I don't like this. My personal preference is just, you know, gray for the channels, and then same thing for the line. It's going to be gray. And the reason I have red and green, basically when you're in a range day, you want to buy here and sell here, and if the price is up here, you want to sell, or you want to sell here and buy here. So kind of, you know, colored, I guess, differences, and just kind of reminds you of, you know, you don't want to buy up here, you want to buy, you know, up here, right? So just little things like that. But yeah, I think that's about it. Another thing too I have on here is the price action indicator from Trade Devils. This is if you're new to Max system, new to price action trading and all that stuff. I highly recommend getting this. This will show you each pullback. It'll show you the second entry, and the cool thing about this, see if we can get one. It will show you in real time. It's not like, oh, this is, you know, this is second entry right here, it's already gone, right? No, this will show you the actual setup as it's forming. So pretty handy indicator in my opinion if you are brand new to this type of strategy. Again, if you've been trading this strategy for a long time, you don't need this, but if you're new, I highly recommend it. It is a little bit expensive. I think it's around $300. I got it like 3 years ago, and when I first started trading, and yeah, so it was a good investment. And again, you don't have to take every single second entry. Is just telling you where, you know, what's happening, and again, you want to take these entries at the key entry point, you know, and things like that. So yeah, again, pretty handy indicator. There's a lot more settings that you can go into. I mean, you can just you can do max style, you can do Al Brooks, which I don't know how his works, so I don't never use it. You can do different, you know, trade management, different, you know, you can do support resistance. You can do an inside indicator, like internal, which will give you different parameters and settings that you want to use. If you want to use, you know, percent of capital, even dollar amounts, contracts. It's I mean, you can go crazy with this, but again, I just keep it simple, which is my ATM, and that's pretty much it. So again, my ATM is pretty straightforward. I'm not sure why it has it on NQ, but I have, you know, 1 contract, 2 contract, 5 contract, and then NQ is pretty much the same thing. Most of the times I just trade 2 contracts. Sometimes I do trade 1 and 5, but that's very rarely. My comfort zone is 2 contract, and again, it's pretty straightforward. Again, 2 contracts. I don't have a runner, so no need for second target. Stop loss 15, take profit 15. I don't have a automated trading stop, so again, my stop loss is never going to be 15 ticks. It's always 1 tick below or above the signal bar. So if it's signal bar, you know, it's a, I don't know, 2 points, that's 8 ticks, so it basically be 10 ticks, because of +2 for the stop loss and entry. And like I said here, sometimes it's more than 15, sometimes it's less than 15, sometimes it's whatever, but it's always going to be 1 tick below or above the signal bar. Like for example, this trade I took today, my stop loss was one tick below the signal bar, which is right here, and my take profit was I believe this was 4 ticks, or maybe 5 ticks, I can't remember. Yeah, 5 ticks. So yeah, take profit is going to be again to your preference. Sometimes I do 1-to-1, sometimes I do 4 ticks, sometimes I do EMA, sometimes I do recent highs and lows. It just depends on what the chart is giving me, and it's never like 15 ticks profit. No, it's always whatever the chart's giving me. So so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my setups. Again, nothing wrong with this chart. For me, it's just too vibrant, and just my eyes, you know, started getting tired really quickly. Daily chart, pretty much same thing as the other one. Again, nothing crazy, but this is just, like I said, easier on my eyes. But anyways, hope you like this video. If you have any questions, just comment down below, and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.